Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Balki, and if you have not seen me before on this channel, I do sewing tutorials, pattern drafting, everything fashion basically. And in this video I'm going to be showing you how I sew this beautiful dress. I'm going to be showing you, this video is actually for the pattern drafting of this dress, and then our next video I'll be showing you how to sew it. So guys, if you are new or if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please ensure to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and if you don't understand anything, make sure you let me know in the comment section. I love you all. Please stay tuned, stay till the end. Make sure you learn something. Ask questions if you don't understand anything. I'll be in the comments. Thank you. So guys, let's jump right into it. So I didn't have a pattern paper at the moment, but I decided I was going to film this, so I decided to go with this stiff. So I just folded my stiff, and I'm going to be stiff. So I'm going to be taking my measurements down now. So always make sure you leave a line from on top of the dress before you start, and then you're going with your bust point, under bust measurements, your waist measurement. Actually I'll be going with a waist of 16, not 15, and then my full length measurement here, because of the length of this, I went with 20.5 inches. I'll be increasing this later in the video. So our my waist measurement is 16 inches, and then I'll be going ahead to draw straight lines over it. Actually I'll be using my tape because I don't have a long ruler, or I couldn't find my other ruler anyways, but my tape is still fine. So guys, as at the time of this filming, I thought this was the best angle. I only realized that the other one was better than this, but anyways, so after ruling all of my lines, I went ahead to name the lines so I will not be confused, and then I'll be going in with my vertical measurements. I'll be going on my vertical measurements. The first line is my shoulder line, the second is my bust point, the under bust line, the waist line, and of course the downer part or hip line if you wish. So I'll be going in with my horizontal measurements now. My shoulder is 7.5. Always remember to, my shoulder is 7.5. My neck, I'll be cutting my neck circumference. I'll be going in with 3 inches and downward 3 inches too. So I'll also be taking 1 inch out of the shoulder. I'll be slanting the shoulder because we know our shoulder is slanted, so I'll be taking 1 inch for the slant. And now I'm going to be going in with 7 inches for my armhole measurement, and this part, to get it, is by taking your bust. I've said it in all of my videos and I'll say it again. Your bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. Your bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5 is going to give you your armhole measurements. So for me it's 7 inches, and then I'm going to come down and measure my 7.5 for my shoulder measurements, because I want it to be perfect. And then I'm going to rule a straight line. Now from this straight line, I'm going to be dividing the straight line into 2. I'm going to be dividing the straight line into 2. I just labeled that my chest line. I'm going to be dividing this into 2, which is 3.5. And from that I'll be going out or inward by ½ inches to form my armhole curve. So I'll be forming my armhole curve with that, but before I do that, I'll be measuring my bust measurement, and my bust measurement is 34. You make sure you divide it by 4 inches, and mine is 8.5. so with that being done, I'm going to form my armhole curve now. perfect. Even with my free hand, I can still, So it's proof that you don't need all of those equipment to start your fashion, whatever. You can do it with your free hand. So I've also gone ahead to measure my bust measurement on my bust point. Now I'll be going with my waist measurement. My waist is 27. I'll be going with 6.75 there, and I'll be taking that all the way down to the waist. But for the hip measurement, I'm going to go with 8 inches, because it's not really on my hip and it's not on my waist. It's down, and as we go down on our body from our waist, it becomes bigger before it becomes smaller. So that's why I went in with 8 inches. Now I'm going to form my neck. That's how my neck is going to look like. But I think you can make yours bigger, because I later added half inch to this neck hole, because it was really small. It wasn't as the same as the inspiration picture, so I had to increase it. I'll be taking in my dart. My nipple to nipple measurement is 7 divided by 2 is 3.5, but on that line I'm going to be going in with 4, and then the rest of it I'll be going with my 3.5 all the way down. So after doing that, I'm going to connect all of the dots, and I'll also connect the side lines, and you see what I've got. I went ahead to increase my pattern paper. You can do this with your pin or your tape, solo tape if you have one. And I didn't increase it to be too long, so I increased 0.5 inches to the already 20.5 we had, which will be 25 inches now. And now for the longer front part, the long extension, I'm going to be using 5 inches long. I'll be going with 5 inches long, and I'll be connecting the line to meet my 5 inches down. Also be connecting that line to meet the side line on this other side to give it that slanted look. Now for the little curve at the corner, when you look at this longer side, it wasn't straight, it was kind of curvy, it was kind of tilted. So I'm going to be taking out 2 inches from there and slanting it. As you can see, guys, from where the slant begins, you can see it began from somewhere. So from the full length of this top, I went up by 3 inches and I made that mark there. And from that mark to my waistline, remember my waistline was 16 inches. That is where my gathers is going to begin. Now from the design, we saw that one hand was cut and replaced by another. So I'm going to be cutting this side of my hand. I didn't take any measurements, I just did freehand, but you can come down by 4 or 5 inches from your shoulder and then cut that. I didn't mention at the beginning that we're going to be using slash and spread method. That's the method we're going to be using. Anyways, from the waistline, I'm going to be taking 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches and 1.5 inches like you saw me doing. So I took 1.5 inches, 3 lines and drew 3 straight lines. That is where I'm going to be doing my slash and spread. I don't want the gathers part to be too gathered, so I'm just going to be going with my 3 slants. So after ruling these lines, I'm going to go with my scissors to cut it very almost separating it. That's what I want to say. So I'll be cutting it. I'll be leaving just a small part that is going to hold it together. I'm going to do that on all of the 3 lines. So I'm going to be spreading this on my fabric now. You can spread it as wide as you want, but for me, I'm not going to spread it to be too wide, neither will it be too closed. Then I'm going to go with my chalk and mark all of the lines on top of my fabric. Make sure to add your stitching allowance. I started this and then I realized that for my side seam, I did not add an allowance to that. So I went to increase it. My allowance I'll be using is 1.5 inches. So I went ahead to increase the side allowance and then ½ inches on all of the other sides. I'm going to be placing the smaller side of the blouse too, and on the sides I'm also going to go with 1.5 inch and ½ inch or 0.5 inches on the other sides of it, like I did on the other part, and I'm going to cut that out. Same thing for the other shoulder that we cut. I'm going to be cutting a sleeve or a shoulder part for that, basically. Now guys, remember I did not draft the back part, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut it with my free hand. I'm going with my full length measurements, my bust point, my under bust, my waist measurement, and the full length, and then I'm going to be drawing straight lines all through that. And my shoulder measurement is 7.5 inches because my shoulder is 15, so I'll do almost the same thing like I did in front. Take out your 1 inches for your shoulder slant, my armhole measurement, which is 7 inches, and then my bust measurement, which is 8.5, 34 inches divided by 4, 8.5. And then I'm going to do my armhole curve, and for the back armhole curve, it's different from the front. I'm basically adding my waist measurements the same like we did in front. And for this one, of course, I'm adding my stitching allowance already to it because this is no pattern paper, this is my fabric already. So I'm going to be connecting all of my dots, and I'll be forming my shoulder slants. It's not like the front part, which has the back is straight. Okay, so I'm going with my neck measurement now. I went in by 3 inches and downward by 2 inches, and I'm going to be cutting that out. Also, you need your dart measurement. Of course, my dart is 3.5 because I forgot to take out my zipper allowance, so I just went ahead to draw that line so I would know where the back starts from, and then I went in with my zipper allowance, and I always go with 1.5 inches for my zip allowance. So this is what I did here, and I also went in with my dart measurement, which you'll see later. That'll be all for this video, guys. Make sure you check out the other video for the sewing of this beautiful dress. It's going to be shorter than this one needed a lot of explanations, which I tried my best to do it. Remember, if you don't understand anything, make sure you ask your questions in the comment section. And if you've not subscribed to my channel yet, please hit the subscribe button, like the video, turn on the bell notification so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for staying to the end. My name is Balkisu in full, actually. So you're welcome. Thank you all so much. Bye.